Insights coming your way from this conference that has been organized by Mumbai First, where they're looking at the possibility of Mumbai turning into a mega city. Now, a mega city obviously has to have adequate and safe drinking water. So, is Bombay really getting its fair share of safe drinking water? Well, let's put that question to Dr. Raman Venkatesh, who's a CEO Technology and Corporate Development at Eureka Forbes. Raman, it's good to have you here. Good to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
So, tell me, is there a problem of water in Bombay?
Recent efforts by the Mumbai Municipal Corporation have significantly improved the availability of water to its residents. Most residents today are getting an average 135 liters per capita water availability. So I think the availability situation has improved significantly in recent times. But in a city like Mumbai, a megapolis with its infrastructure of distribution that is aging and then prone to contamination, when you look at it from the safety point of view, the safety of water that's given and delivered to the last mile, there I think there is much that needs to be done. And again, this may not necessarily mean that the solutions that are adopted at the municipal level are inadequate. The solutions at the municipal level may be sufficient, but since the water that's treated at the municipal level has to travel through hundreds of kilometers of pipes that are aging, the infrastructure is certainly an issue. All these intermediate points and right up to the point of handling at the point of use, there is risk of recontamination, microbiological recontamination, chemical recontamination, and even physical, which is turbidity, dirt, mud, all of that can get in. Which is why in this conference we talked about the importance of a public-private partnership. So the efforts that's being done at the public level should be supplemented with what's being done at the private level with companies like us, where we provide state-of-the-art point-of-view solutions to the customers right at the last mile. And in water, that's what matters a lot. I mean, if you have to treat right at the point of use, because if you can't treat much in advance, because it tends to recontaminate by the time you actually consume it.
Sure, but how bad is the situation in terms of distribution and the safety of water as it moves through these channels? Is there an urgent need perhaps to upgrade?
First of all, upgrading the distribution infrastructure of a mega city like Mumbai is not an easy task. It's a project that will run several years with substantial amounts of money that would have to go in. A better solution could be if you can arrest the distribution losses in the system, so ensure that the water is first available without any loss. So what the government is interested in terms of what they call non-revenue water, the non-revenue water is minimized. Now you address the first problem, availability, and then the safety and the quality of the water that can be handled quite effectively by private enterprises with products and solutions, either at the point of use or point of entry. So I would say to get to the level of a world-class city, that one of the objectives of this conference, I would say that a combination of private solutions in point of use and point of entry should be combined with availability issues that can be addressed at the distribution level. Together it can be a win-win solution at much lower cost than upgrading the entire infrastructure.
Now, what is it that perhaps the civic agency should keep in mind as Mumbai keeps growing? It's growing in the north, it's growing towards the east all the way to Panvel, and a lot of residential and commercial development is coming up. So what's important here?
First, we have to first acknowledge that growth of a mega city like Mumbai is inevitable. I mean, there are lots of studies that show that cities are going to get more denser over the years. And today, nearly 50% of the world's population live in cities, and by 2050, that number is going to go up to 70%. And so therefore, even if you apply that generic statistic to Mumbai, that means you're looking at roughly a 50% growth in population of Mumbai in the next 20 or 30 years. This kind of growth is inevitable and we have to accept it. The civic agencies are looking at ways to play catch up to what the current situation is. And I think the situation demands that we look ahead. We look a decade or two ahead as to where Mumbai is likely to be in terms of population and needs, and prepare itself much in advance before that day arrives. Because playing catch up is going to be always a difficult game, because the city is growing and sometimes the growth and the demands it places on the infrastructure are more and greater than what the current system can deliver. So the pressure is on the civic agency without a doubt, and this is where the private enterprises come into a big play, because unlike perhaps in any other emerging market, which is, you can take for comparison, in India, The private enterprise in water is very well developed with access to state-of-the-art technologies and solutions. So the solutions are available. It's about will and a willingness to partner between public and private sector to make a solution that's sustainable for Mumbai. So I think.
Okay, well, we hope that the agencies are listening and we hope that systems get up and running.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.